Okay, everybody. So I need you to make some noise for Big Sean. Let's go. Make some fucking noise for Big Sean. Let's go. Go. This is the Come Up Show where feel-good music lives. My name is Cheto, he's Big Sean. We're in London, Ontario, Canada. And I know you flew into Toronto and people are like, how come there's not a Toronto day? Why is Big Sean not performing in Toronto? But I think that's because you're coming back to the OVO Fest. How do you feel to be a part of those festivities that is the OVO Fest? We have Caravana and it's a special weekend for Drake as well too. How do you feel to be a part of that whole festival?
Man, well, that's my buddy right there, you know what I'm saying? That's been my friend for a while. And we got collabs, you know, back to back, you know, so it was easy, you know, it was an easy choice. And I'm definitely doing the OVO Fest. I'm gonna do another show after OVO Fest, like, you know, probably like a month or two later on my headlining tour. But I'm excited, you know, I got so much love for Canada, man. They've been with me. Canada is a place, you know, London, I mean, like Windsor, you know what I mean, Ottawa, Vancouver, Montreal, you know, Toronto. It's a place where they into the music they into, you know, so all the people who've been into me have really been on it for a few years now and been selling out these shows, so it's an honor, man. I got so much love, you know. And I
appreciate that.
I'm from right across, you know, I'm from the D, so.
Yeah, you're only a few hours away from us, and I appreciate you knew all the cities as well too. Big Sean, I really appreciate the videos that you've released about patience, fear, family, and I want to talk about some of these things because that person right now who's watching us on YouTube, they're probably being impatient, they probably have some fear, and they should realize how important family is. Let's start with patience, where you said in that video, there's hundreds of stories where I wish I went back in time and I told myself, relax, chill, like you're gonna make it through this. Can you give us a specific story and take us there where you might have been impatient that you wish you could have, you know, had patience in?
So many situations, especially the time after high school when I graduated and before, when I was supposed to be going to college, and you know, I was supposed to have a record deal and I was supposed to be like out of my mom's house, and you know, all of my friends were like, you know, doing their things or had jobs or were in school and, you know, telling me about it. And you know, I was just really had to get my mind together, change my whole mindset up, you know. And I realized that people, man, they on their own paths, you know, like what you got going on is different from what I got going on. And you know, nobody's on the same path, but we're all on that pursuit of happiness, you know. And if you can master patience, if you can not let that frustrate you to the point where you get distracted, you know, you'll be a great guy, a great man, you know, a great person. So that's just one of the things I learned. You know, it's still hard though. I'm not perfect. Yeah, you know what I mean?
But it's important to, especially in the social media age where everyone's Instagram straight flexing, they might not be as patient. And this is what you talk about as well. It's not about that trophy. It's about the process, the journey, getting there, and like actually appreciating that. When did that click in for you? Because they might see Big Sean in a Lamborghini, they might see Big Sean in a Rolex, they might see Big Sean at Grammys, but they don't know what Big Sean has done to get to that point. So when did that click in for you that I have to enjoy this process? This is what is important, the day-to-day stuff.
Just going through things, experience, you know. The more experience you have, the more wisdom you'll get, you know. And it's just kind of like, what's the point of getting a trophy if you don't have a story to go with it, you know? That's the whole point of like winning the race, you know. That's why when people win them gold medals and them trophies, they be so emotional because they train all year for that race, you know what I mean? Or they worked all their life for it, you know what I mean? So that's just something that to always keep in perspective. I've never known one overnight success story. It's usually been years in the making, and it's so important that people realize that. I think sometimes people think about the wrong things, you know. I really hope people can prioritize and not get so consumed by the internet, you know, and the drama and stuff. And, you know, because what's really important is bossing up and being successful. You can't really measure success in anything but happiness. So you just got to be happy, do what makes you happy, you know.
We're doing this for London. We've been rapping this man since Super Duper Lemonade, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking Frosty, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get in there and it's going to be blessed. I'm talking way up, I feel blessed. Everybody, straight up, way up, I feel blessed. Straight up, way up, I feel blessed. I'm talking about.
I want him to perform Looking for Trouble. He put the best verse on there. Females in the sheets and all the feelings in the rubber. That's the best line he ever posted, ever.
That first Big Sean, probably my last. I mean, that was the first song came out. Him and Chris Brown. It was a nice song. I mean, I felt it. You know, Blessing's obviously gonna be nice with it. A lot of his old shit. When he plays Burn though, it's gonna be nice. Cause that was my shit. Him and Meek Mill. That shit, I used to work out to that shit. So you know.
Dance Ass is definitely the one. That's definitely the one. Play no games! Play no games!
I know. It was literally the best freaking song on the album.
I loved him when I heard the verse in Slight Work.
That's a good one. That's a good one too.
I love the song Slight Work.
Switch up.
Switch up with Common, 100%.
Paradise, definitely.
Okay. My House. Man, I love this guy because of the song. Like before that, I listened to My Last with him and Chris Brown. I didn't really like it too much. But then when I heard that song, I was like, oh, okay. Then I started liking that one, you know?
If he brings out Janae,
Janae?
look, it's gonna be a wrap. I'm gonna run up there. I'm gonna eat her booty like grocery. I'm gonna eat her booty like grocery. I won't even lie to you. I'm gonna eat her booty. I'm gonna eat it. I'll take the beating. Security gonna give me. I'm gonna do it. It's a wrap.
Hands down, on me, for real. Yo, 24 carats of gold. This collabs with J. Cole. Oh my God.
Rolling Weeds,
Oh my God. His verse on like Detroit versus everybody too. Like that was so nice.
Oh my God.
That was so nice.
First quarter freestyle.
Yeah, you know what I
His verse on the Don't Like remix is pretty hot. And I also love Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay. I kind of like the older stuff. But newer stuff, obviously, I Don't Fuck With You. That's what I'm excited to hear.
Everybody's gonna go off on I Don't Fuck With You. We all know that.
I don't fuck with you! Wrong part! Bring it down! You gotta bring it back.
I ain't fucking with you. You little dumb ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. You little dumb ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you.
Another big theme, I think, you talk about the journey, getting there. That's really important. But the one thing that stops people from actually getting there is fear. Fear is a real, very real thing. That person right now who's watching this, they're doing a 9-to-5 that they hate. They're scared to pursue that dream that they've been thinking about because they have fear. It's a very real thing. What would you say to those people out there who might have an idea, but they're just scared and they're like overcome with fear? What advice would you give them?
Well, they gotta outweigh which one is better, to just live like that your whole life, to look back wishing I woulda, coulda, shoulda did anything, or to just take that chance. And the worst that could happen is, you know, you analyze what's the worst that could happen. You know, maybe you lose your job, but, you know, for me, when I really started taking that stuff into account, I always felt like, man, I've been broke before, you know what I'm saying? I've lived with my parents, you know, before. I had to sleep on couches before, so it's just like you got to balance that out and just know that we create everything, you know, we manifest everything, and we can only control ourselves, but we can control the world around us, you know, not necessarily people, but, you know, it's ours for the taking, you know. I've seen it happen 10 times over.
Basically, you really can't lose anything, and if the worst comes to worst, you're going to be back in the same situation that you're already in, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, but at least you'll have the satisfaction of like being like, I at least tried that. And maybe you'll come up with a new goal or a new dream that along the way, you know, and maybe that might inspire something else, and at least you'll have a story to tell.
And at least you won't have any regrets as well too, which is really important. The one thing that you say on the album, on the song Skyscrapers, actually is like, I've been working on myself, and that's the most important work, which you're talking about self-improvement. I feel that we're way overstimulated right now. We're on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, YouTube, a million times a day, and people, like you said, you've read books. Like, that's like taboo, telling people to read books nowadays. They're like, ew, a book? What books did you read? And what are the things that you've done to invest in yourself?
I've read like The Alchemist. I read like Asking It Is Given. I read, those are like my favorites. I've read a few books. I'm trying to think of the names. Oh, The Four Agreements.
agreements.
That was a good
You know
one.
about that?
Oh, of course. Of course.
What do you think? What are the 4 agreements?
The 4 agreements are to don't take anything personal, try your best. This is in order.
Yeah.
Don't assume anything, and to be
Impeccable with your word. Yeah.
Impeccable with your word. That means without sin.
Yeah.
You know. So that's deep.
I really tell people to take, because we take things way too personally nowadays. Whether it be a YouTube comment or we take things too personally in social media. Would you agree?
Yeah, I know I do sometimes, man. I need to remember my 4 agreements. You know what I'm saying?
In the song Blessings, you talk about no mistakes in life, it's only lessons. I feel that we spend too much time sometimes when we make a mistake we think about it, especially if we have our inner voice that says, you're so stupid for doing that, or you're so dumb, and how could I ever do that? How was I ever so dumb? And we just get caught up in that voice and we don't go over it. So what made you see that, okay, this mistake is, I'm actually learning from this and I'm going to go on, and that you're not thinking about it a million times in a negative way?
Man, I mean, I wish I could say I don't think about stuff like that. I do, and I'm not proud of it. You know what I mean? The thing is, it's kind of hard to stop yourself from thinking about that stuff. It's different though when you're aware, because when you're aware, you can catch yourself and kind of get out of that flow. You know what I mean? So, just being aware, I feel like, is a major step forward, because you know, you can try and be like a guru or like a master Buddha, but you're just gonna be human. And you know, things are not always gonna go your way, and you are gonna get irritated, but you just gotta accept it and know how to deal with it and recognize it, and you know, be above it. You know what I'm saying?
What I love when I hear in your music, even though you've been in the game for this long, is the hunger. Like when I just hear it, I'm like, oh, how's this guy still so hungry? How does he have that hunger? Like it really like inspires me, because I know you're getting there. You know, you got all this nice stuff, but how does that hunger still there? Like, do you think it's ever gonna run out? You might be 100 million in the bank and you have all these things. Would it ever run out? Do you ever see that running out?
Nope. No, I don't. I'm hungry, I'm focused, and I'm learning so much all the time, man, and going through so much stuff that I'll have things to talk about forever, you know, so.
He's a homie, you know, he's a nice guy, came out, showed love to people who showed up. Big Sean, you're doing big things, man. Keep doing what you're doing, all right?
I said congrats. I followed you for 4 years. You progressed. I've been following you since time. You went from 15,000 followers to now millions. I'm proud of you. Keep doing your thing.
Hi, Big Sean. You're sexy. You're sexy. That's all I gotta say about that.
Big Sean, if you're watching this, we love you. Keep doing your thing, yo. Keep doing your thing. Don't let nobody tell you different, you know what I'm saying? Because we love the music you're putting out there. We love it. Keep doing it.
I will see you at OVO Fest too. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Let's go.
I got 2 things to say. Like, thank you for being such a good inspiration. And I don't have a summer job, so Mike Karen XI at Twitter. You know, you want to get on that? I ain't a summer job. Thank you.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah, we love you.
You're an inspiration. We love you.
Yeah. Mike Karen XI at Twitter. Honestly, I need a job.
Wrapping this interview up, for that person right now who's watching you on YouTube and has been inspired with you by your music or what you've been saying, who has your full your attention, what would you like to say to that fan and that person who's listening and watching right now?
Man, I like to say, you know, I came from the D, grew up in debt with me and my mom, and I was given no special opportunities. I worked for everything I had, and what I can tell you is that just make sure your mind is right. You know, your mind is the controller of so much, you know, and if you can get your mind right, if you can get that right, then you can basically do anything you put it to, you know. So just have your mind right, have your faith strong, and believe in yourself, because once you believe in yourself, people will start believing in you too.
Appreciate your time, Big Sean. This is the Come Up Show. It's your boy Cheto here in London, Ontario. Make sure you catch him out soon in Toronto, OVO Fest. Appreciate y'all for watching. Peace.